This Let's Play was supported by these awesome hobby companies.
Hello everybody and welcome to this Let's Play of Oil War for Team Yankee. What a fantastic book. This has been a great journey for me for the past few weeks, but it's now finally on the table. We're now getting a game on. But you've brought Israelis.
Yes.
Which is interesting, and I have taken the Soviets that I painted in the vlog, and we're now calling them Syrians with a little bit of Soviet helicopter support just for narrative's sake.
Yeah.
Speaking of narrative, we have a very interesting layout here for everyone. This is the table obviously we're playing on, and you can see where things currently are. We're at the top of my, we're at the end of my turn 1, about to go on to Freddy's turn 1. But we want to explain what this is all about. So the Syrians are coming in from this side of the table. We have a dirt road here, which is going to be one of our key objectives. And we also have this river here that has like 2 fording points, so here and here. As you can see, the forces are already starting to move across them. And the scenario basically is we're in a gully somewhere in the Golan.
In the Golan, yeah.
Yep.
If anyone's wondering why we've got no desert here,
Yeah.
it's because in certain times of the year, like right now, the Golan is very lush,
Yeah.
very green, but it's cut by lots of gullies, streams, narrow tracks, really narrow tracks.
Yeah.
In the Team Yankee narrative, so the Soviets have tricked the Iranians so that there's a fight going on the border between Iran and Soviet Union.
Yep.
The Syrians have decided that now is the time to hit the Israelis because the Americans are looking elsewhere.
Yep.
So they're now going to attack. Now, one of their plans had always been to take the Golan, but trying to do it head on, it was difficult.
Yeah.
So their plan was to come in what we know as the Sea of Galilee, Lake Tiberias. There are a couple of towns, Karsafa and Sefa. There's a small, narrow band about 10 miles below the lake.
Yep.
Where if the Syrians cut through, because those gullies go east to west, they would effectively cut the Israeli army off in the Golan from the rest of the IDF. And as anyone that studied IDF knows, that all of their troops are important. That's how they win, with a strategy of the central position.
Yep.
They'll hold 2 enemies up and defeat one, but with a third of their army trapped.
It makes that almost untenable.
Yeah, so if the Syrians could get across and effectively hit the Mediterranean, so they've now cut the Golan off,
Yep.
they wouldn't need to seize it because they could just starve the Israelis out.
Yeah.
Which is where the scenario comes in.
So how this is going to work on the table, the objective for the Syrian force, which is who I'm playing as, have to get within 12 inches of this table edge, but within a 12-inch box of the road. So I have to capture this pass because this is going to let the Syrian force carry on through in that scenario where we're going to be sort of trying to cut off
This is the road that leads from Syria to Svartava and Sefa along this track.
As for Freddy's objective, Freddy has to try and contain the Syrians within this area. So this bubble that the Syrian deployment has sort of made for itself. So you have to try and wipe us out and force us in and keep us pinned in here, which is a bit difficult because the way we have the scenario set up is that the Syrians have basically essentially blitzkrieged themselves across into this area, and the IDF have suddenly got wind of what's happening with the air reconnaissance and whatnot and went,
and the Mossad.
Uh-oh, we have to do something about this really quick because they'll have suddenly seen what the strategy is.
Yeah.
So this is...
And they've diverted a primarily armoured force in to hold up the Syrian thrust.
Yeah.
To give the rest of their troops time to mobilise from the south and come in and effectively take the Syrian troops out.
Yep. Now, historically, because Team Yankee isn't historical, Team Yankee is a what if.
Yeah.
Historically, we all, like you and I both know, and some of our viewers at home will know, that the IDF are incredibly quick at remobilizing and shifting stuff to where they need it. They've demonstrated that time and time again, this fantastic ability to get moving and get to where they need.
Because they're trained to deal with, whereas a lot of other nations are trained to follow set structures of orders.
Yep.
the IDF a long time ago realised that if you just teach your troops to carry on operating within the chaos of battle, which is why they're trained to think for themselves at a low level.
Yep. And that's a kind of doctrine that's worked for several armies throughout history, but for some reason, not every army takes it on board, particularly the armies that were supported heavily by the Soviets or influenced heavily by the Soviets, like Syria, for example.
Centralised command.
Yep, centralised command. Nobody really needs to know every nitpicky detail. They just need to know they have to drive that way.
Yeah.
You know, and that's basically it. Whereas the IDF are coming on and going, we know our land, we know our capabilities.
Yeah.
This soldier knows exactly what he can do, right the way up to what the general knows they can do. It's a very intuitive sort of army.
We've got that case from the 73 war where, the 67 war where the 55 Parachute Brigade commander got all of the drivers to sit down in a semicircle and said, basically, tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning, we're going to launch an attack. Now, these guys were at Jerusalem, or Jerusalem if you're in that part of the world. We're going to launch an attack. I don't care how you get there, but get there.
Yeah.
Every vehicle, the drivers either beg, borrow, stealing, but every vehicle was in position, ready, and that's how they roll. There were no centralised columns of vehicles with a guy at the front leading them. Everybody got in the vehicles and off they went, and that's how they roll.
So, on to the game. In the beginning of my turn 1, you'll see in some of the footage that we took of our deployment areas, you can see that I have first platoon is moving up this way, has crossed the fording along with the 2 Scout BMP2s. My 5 tank strong second platoon is now sitting stationary, along with the formation commander who's going to stay safely back, taking care of himself and whoever's nearby. Over here, my 3rd platoon of T-72s is crossing the fording and trying to get onto this road and start to advance, along with the support of the other BMP2s. Now, we have 2 of the Hinds here. There was a 3rd, which is on fire in a field, and there's a 4th further off the shot here. They have basically swept up here and started to open fire on the anti-aircraft missile launchers that you can see, of which one is currently on fire. Yeah. So that is what has happened in the turn 1, for me anyway. Freddy, it's now over to you. And because this is the start of the game essentially on the show, we're going to take it nice and slow, explain our movement, tactical stuff, shooting and all that. So it's over to you. Let's see what you can do to me. Okay, so the deployment with the IDF, Task Force Friedman has been sent in to try and block. So they've come out of the end of a ravine, as you can see from these 2 gullies. Yep. So they've now got to fan out, so they're at a bit of a disadvantage. Yeah. So the first thing they're going to do, I think, is we're going to send in the Viper support, which are going to come. If you can plop them just the other side of that tree, that clump of trees. Just here? Yeah, just behind them. What they're going to do, these have got a thing called the hunter-killer rule, which means that if they can hide behind foliage, pop up, make an attack, and then drop down again, which means that they're very difficult to hit. They're concealed now. And in game terms, if they don't fire, they're also gone to ground, which for helicopters is quite difficult because obviously the Hinds operate in a slightly different manner. Yeah. So they're in position. They're now in position, so if they don't fire, they're concealed and gone to ground because they're in a hunter-killer position. No problem. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fire with these Chaparral. They've not moved, so they're firing 2 shots each at the Hinds. Okay. Okay, so what are you hit on, John? 3+ to hit. I'm quite an easy target. 3+, okay. Not a bad roll at all. Not a bad roll at all. 3 hits. Yep. Not bad. So that's your aircraft save. So my aircraft save is 4+. And I will need, how many hits was that again? That was 3. 3. Okay, so 3 4+, please. Oh. Oh dear. So 2 have gone through. Yeah, so all I've got to do, my firepower for the Sidewinder is a 3+. All right. Oh dear.
Oops.
Snake eyes.
That wasn't good. 2 duds.
2 duds. So the helicopters live another day.
Yeah, which that now changes things. So I'm now going to have to... Yeah, I think I need to take the Macavers out with some 50 calibers now.
All right.
Yeah, so Sergeant Yav, you now need to use your 50 cals. So we've got... Okay, so these are 3 shots because
And
they're
you have
halted.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 shots. That's 3 vehicles. That's 6. 9 shots.
9 shots.
3 per vehicle. And your target. Oh, here we go.
Oh dear. So still 3+ to hit.
Yeah.
So you're
This time.
6.
Yeah.
So 6 4+ then. Right. Let's see if this works. Oh. I saved 2, and 4 have gone through.
4 have gone through.
So that is now 4 firepower tests on
Of
your
5
50
plus.
cal of 5+.
This is not good.
I'm liking this.
I'm not.
This is good so far. Good so far.
I'm not liking it at all. Okay. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to fire off. Yeah, we'll use the pair.
Okay. These are anti-tank missiles.
These are anti-tank missiles. The gun actually is just...
It's a dummy.
It's a dummy.
Yeah.
But they've got a box with 11 missiles in.
Because why not?
Yeah, because why not? Okay, so my rate of fire is 1 for each system because it's a guided weapon system. But with the pair, you don't need to see where the target is because it's guided by the operator. They're non-line of sight. So I'm going to target these guys over here.
All right. Which you are in line of sight of anyway.
Which I'm in line of sight. But you always count as concealed because of the way that the missile's guided.
Yep.
So that will give you that's a +1.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll hit on
the T-72s. Let me see here. Where does it say? Why can't I read it? Hit on the 3+.
3+, so that's going to be a 4.
3 hits.
Okay.
Good 3 hits too. So
That's
3
2.
saves.
One of those was a 4.
Was it a 4?
Yeah.
Was it not 4s to hit?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was 4s to hit. You're non-line of sight, but you're guided, so you don't.
Yeah, so it's you count so it's a +1 because you're concealed. So if you're a 4+ to hit normally.
I'm a 3 to hit normally.
So right, okay.
4 with the +1.
I thought, yeah. Okay.
We do know what we're doing, kind
We
of.
do know what we're doing. I thought that I didn't realise you'd already calculated. I thought you were just giving me the basic target.
3s to 4s.
Yeah.
So that was 3 hits. On I now have a save of, let me see. Well, actually, what are you hitting? Because your missile's at front armor still?
Yeah, but it's heat. I'm not hitting the side.
Yep.
So I'm anti-tank 21.
2 front armor 16.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling.
So a 5+ will be a glancing.
5 glance, 6 save.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, all right. So 1 got saved completely, but 2 have gone through.
Yeah.
So your firepower test, and those missiles are vicious.
These are really, really nice. I was going to wind you up and say it was a 2+. It's not. It's a 3+.
Yeah, go
Because
for
that
it.
wouldn't be a good day out.
Go on. Well, you got 1.
Yeah. So.
Give me an explodey marker, and we'll pop a turret then.
Yeah.
As T-72s are known to do.
There you go.
Thank you.
So that was 1 destroyed.
Yep.
And the other one's going to be bailed.
Right, so we're going to take this one and pop him.
Yeah.
Leave the turret in the building, because why not? So that's 1 destroyed, and I will say this one bailed.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just throw his turret around to the back.
Yeah.
Just to denote that.
Okay. Right. We've now got Sergeant Shiraz.
Yep.
With another platoon of Macabre, and they're stationary, so that's going to be 2 shots each.
Yep.
Okay, so Macavia. Right, so what's the range? I think you're going to be over 16 anyway, aren't you? Yeah, okay. So there's going to be +1 to hit, but because it's heat rounds, it won't be +1 to penetrate. You're right. What do we got? So you're 3+ to hit.
3+ to hit. Am I over?
So that's 4+ because of the range, 5+ because of the short terrain. So that'll be a 5+. So I've got 1, 2, 2 hits.
Yep, 2 hits. So your firepower, your anti-tank?
My anti-tank is anti-tank 19.
19 against front armor 16.
Yeah.
So 3 to bail, 4 to save.
Yeah.
And that was how many hits? 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. You went through with both of them.
Oh.
Go on.
So firepower.
Firepower. What is it?
There we go.
5 and
it's
a 4.
3+.
That's a 3+ firepower.
Yeah.
2 more wrecked.
Yeah. Because that was a heat round, you don't get the +1 for the range to go onto the front of your armour because it's...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That hurts. That hurts.
So far, I've not been targeting your platoon lead vehicles because I don't want I don't want the game to finish too quickly.
So I'm going to destroy the bailed one, if that's fair.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, if you get a bailed result anyway on another bailed vehicle, but yeah, just even them out.
Yeah. So there we go. So that is now 3.
Yeah.
So
remembering once that gets down to 2 vehicles, they're going to start taking tests.
Yep. All right. Any other shooting?
Yeah. No, that's it. So they've fired. Yeah. They've fired. The formation commander's fired, and that 3rd platoon's fired.
Yep.
That's everything.
All right. So at this stage, we'll get ready for the next turn then, yeah?
Yes.
Huh? So it's now time to move on to turn 2. The round is now back to me. See if I can recover from the initial losses of half a platoon of T-72s, and back from turn 1, the loss of a hind as well. So I need to get on with some movement, I think. And you're staying suspiciously still.
Yeah, because my good stuff
shoots better when it's stationary.
Yeah, Sergeant Johnson and his pairs and the chaparrals, they don't do well if you can't really move them and fire them at the same time.
Yeah, which is a problem for you because I'm going to be doing a lot more movement.
Oh no.
So my T-72s, this 3rd platoon over here, they're going to make a tactical move, and because they have the stabilizer rule, it increases their tactical move from 10 inches to 14 inches.
Yeah.
But with still a rate of fire of 1.
But they're +1 to fire to hit.
Yeah. A +1 to actually hit anything.
To hit, but yeah.
But I'm getting the movement that I need to be doing, so here we go. So 14 inches. They're going to turn and start making their way up this road. We're going to close with you.
Oh dear.
Because that is just what I want to do. I'm going to make you feel like I've won before I actually have won.
But that's very much Soviet doctrine is to close in a horde in greater numbers.
Yep.
Whereas other armies of better trained troops try and keep the enemy at boxing distance.
Yep. Whereas the likes of the Syrians, because they have very heavy Soviet influence, aren't really interested in that. They're more interested in actually getting into the fight.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens now that these T-72s are starting to roll up.
And obviously because you're moving at tactical speed, the vehicles can end their move facing any direction.
Yep.
Instead of dashing where they'd be facing the direction of movement.
Yep. So these T-72s are moving up here. These 3 over here are okay morale-wise. They're gonna feel it a bit, but now they need to start moving as well. However,
they're blocked now because they're going to have to move. that's the crossing point, so they can't come out this way. They're now going to have to
They
move
have to swing around here.
that way.
Yep. So again, 14-inch for their tactical move, which will get this guy to about here. So let's run him around to here. Let's get these guys off the crossing point. And we're just going to start to line ourselves up a little bit, because I've just noticed something and I'd like to see if I can do it. So there we go. Some very handsome looking T-72s staring right at your formation, Commander.
Ooh.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
The BMP-2s, because these guys have now moved, no longer have shots at anything, because they're going to have to fire through with spandrel missiles, which is kind of cool. But unfortunately, spandrels need to be stationary for me to be able to fire them, because they're halted rate of fire 1 and moving rate of fire 0.
Yeah.
Which is a bit unfortunate, really, because now I think I've also put out my other spandrels too.
But it kind of gives you a reserve once the tanks have moved.
It does, yeah. But they do have a nice range on them, so I'm thinking I'm just going to keep the BMP-2s in support. However, I think these guys need to start moving as well, because again, they've sort of lost a lot of their line of sight here. So
Yeah.
I think we will give them a tactical as well, I think. So they'll get a 14-inch move too. So let's see how far that gets them. Well, it'll get them moving at least. So this one's going to come up to around here, and the others will quite happily line up around them.
Yeah.
Like there. And the formation commander, I'm going to issue a tactical, but I'm only going to move him to about here.
Yeah.
Just to keep him relatively safe, covered with a bit of armor.
Yeah.
Because I don't like these being where they are. In fact, I may have actually just moved myself into range of them, which is a big problem. Didn't notice that. Right, the hinds.
What was it Napoleon said? Never interrupt an enemy when he's about to make a mistake. Was it Napoleon?
Yeah.
If anyone knows, comment.
Right, I'll tell you what I will do then, now that I've spotted that mistake.
Oh, no.
Helicopters have unlimited move.
Yeah.
You're
going to pop your hinds.
I'm going to pop my hinds over here. Yeah, here. I'm going to line them up here.
Yeah.
They will fly in support of their armoured brothers.
Yeah.
And just chill out down here and have a little helicopter duel between the...
Bear in mind that as long as the fire is coming from away from the truck, because those helicopters, with that hunter-killer rule, they count as being concealed if they're behind it. But obviously if the shot comes from the side,
yeah,
it isn't going to be. I can't believe I've just told you that. But
yeah, you have.
yeah, you get a better game if you're open and honest.
Right, that's all the movement I would like to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to try some shooting and just see what happens, I think.
Yeah.
So over here, these guys have moved tactical. They have 3 Merkavas in front of them.
Yep.
With no cover except they've moved, so let's just check the range then before we open fire.
Okay, so we've got the ones that can see.
We have 2 here that can see.
Yeah.
Could we argue a third?
I reckon you could probably get that's about an inch. So there's no reason why he can't fire.
Well, let's...
So he targets the middle one.
Yeah.
And these guys are either hitting the middle one or...
Yeah. So we'll say this guy here is targeting the far end.
So they're all outside 16. So they're going to be +1 to hit.
Yep.
Are you firing heat? Have you got heat on your card?
No.
Okay, so you're going to be +1 to hit, +1, and I'll get +1 armor.
So you are what to hit normally?
Okay, so my Merkava is... Where are we? Right, I'm hit on a 4+.
Okay, so 4+, because I've moved, becomes a 5.
Yep, and then the range becomes a 6.
Becomes a 6.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 shot from each of the tanks that can see.
Yep.
We've said there's 3 tanks that can see the group they're firing at, so we get 3 shots.
Okay, so which one are you targeting?
We're going to target technically the middle one. So
okay.
This fella here. Right, so 3 shots, needing 6s.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
Nothing. So it looks like Sergeant Yav, that was a good day for you today because they've missed.
So far.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far.
Right. The only other T-72s that have line of sight of anything is the 3 survivors over here in the middle.
Yeah.
They've all got line of sight to your formation command.
I think he's... Let's look at that.
Well, he's got line of sight to the second one.
He's got a line of sight to the vehicle of this platoon.
So
that one there has got line of sight to this one, and then the other 2 have got line of sight here.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that.
All of them are going to be, because they're firing, that's short terrain.
Yep.
Actually, you could argue, no, so these 2 are, he's not.
Okay.
Okay, so if we roll these individually, so he's firing at the formation commander.
Yep.
But he's not, it's not concealed because he's not firing through that. And that's 16 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he fires first. He's moved.
Yep.
He's 16.
Yep.
So that's +2.
So 6s again.
Yep, so that's that's 6s.
Okay, so let's try for this guy on the platoon commander. Misses.
Yep. Okay. So now we'll go for he's firing at the same formation.
Okay.
But he's now that's he's concealed. There's a concealed shot.
Yep.
Over 16 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, so he should have been a 5. So we'll take that because you just rolled that with a double 2.
Mm-hmm.
He should have hit.
Right.
Because he's only at 16 inches. So that was a 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So that's actually hit.
So we'll roll. We'll resolve that hit.
We'll resolve that first. So I don't want it to hit the formation commander.
Yep.
So on a 3+, I'm going to transfer it onto the other vehicle.
Which you do.
So his hit from this vehicle is now hit this.
Yep.
Now we'll go for the other one,
Which is a 6.
which is a 6.
Okay. And he misses.
He's missed. And then finally, this guy's firing at that target.
Yep.
So he's going to be +1 over 16 inches.
He'll be 6s as well.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. And we miss
No.
as well. So
Okay.
that's all right.
So now I'm on an armour save. What's your anti-tank rating?
Anti-tank rating on a T-72 is 22.
22. I'm on 19. You haven't got heat armour.
No.
So that's 19. I get +1 because of the range.
Yep.
So that's now 5. And I'm on 19 anyway.
Yep. So you have, it would have been, if we were doing straight rolls, that would have been a bail, but because there was the +1 to it.
Yeah, actually, with it a 4, 19.
Yeah, 19, 21, 22, 23. Yeah,
That would have bounced anyway.
Yeah, you'd have bounced it, so it's quite
Yeah.
clear.
But it's good that we're talking it through because, okay, so that's bounced off.
Yep.
Okay, what's next? What have you got? That's it, isn't it?
None of my other tanks can really see anything, so
Yeah.
I'm going to
So
move
it's
on
just
to
your Heinz.
the Hinds. So we have to decide who can see what over here then.
Yeah.
So let's look at it from straight line of sight perspective then. So this one still needs to see through the tree, so he can't.
Yeah.
If these guys are down,
Yeah, they're concealed.
this one, however, has a clear line of sight behind the tree area,
And so does the other one.
and so does this one. So we're going to say 2.
So, yeah, so you've got one shot's concealed,
Yeah.
which will be at a +1.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 are firing at straight line of sight.
Okay. The Hinds are going to use their Gatlings.
Okay, low, I'm hitting a 4+.
So you're hitting a 4+, except for one shot, which is going to have to be on a 5+
Yeah.
because of
So-
concealment.
You've moved.
Yep. So
They're within range, aren't they?
Let's double check that range now, actually. So
Remembering that with a Gatling, you'll probably have a minimum and a maximum range.
yes, I do. A minimum range of 8 inches. So outside the 8, within 16. Outside the 8, still within the 16. And yeah, outside of 8 as well. So they're all outside that minimum range.
Okay, so if we do the concealed first,
Right.
because he'll have, he'll be a +2, one for moving, one for concealed.
Okie doke. That will be 3 shots per gun. So it's, did you just say 6s?
Yeah, so it's normally on a 4, 1 for moving, 1 for the concealment.
So 6s.
The one behind closest to me will be hitting on a 6.
So we'll roll him first anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. He misses all of it, so that's okay.
That's the Gulag Archipelago for him.
The other 2 are going to be rolling identically.
Yeah. So they're hitting on a 5s.
Yeah, hitting on 5s because there's no concealment this time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! 1 hit.
1 hit.
1 hit.
Okay, so
I've got could be enough.
But I've got my heli save or aircraft save is a 5+.
Try it. Ooh.
Lordy.
No.
We'll take the one closest to you.
This one.
That one.
Okay.
Which hopefully still keeps the other one concealed.
This is the one that's going to be I'm going to be putting the firepower test onto. So the firepower for the Gatling is unfortunately 5+ as well. So it's kind of
even out.
It does even out a little bit, yeah. So let's see if we can get a 5.
But remember, we're on camera. And things don't normally work on camera. Okay, so he's safe.
He's safe, yeah, for now.
Luckily. Okay, that's it, I think.
That's my round 2. So it's over to your round 2.
Okay.
Let's see what the IDF can do now in response.
Right. So, we need to get a bit of manoeuvre now, I think.
So where do you want to start?
Right. I think what I'm going to do, I need to work out what I'm going to fire first.
Yeah.
I've got equipment that I don't want to move, but I've also got stuff that I want to move.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, this is where having non-line of sight stuff comes in, because you can keep it back and put stuff in front.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get Sergeant Shiraz is going to move her platoon across the front. So I'm going to make a tactical move.
Yep.
Now I've got stabilizers as well, interestingly. So I can move 14, which will put me across here. But I don't want stuff hitting me in the side. So what I'm going to do is move this platoon, because they're tactical, they can move and then come out facing in a different direction.
Yep.
So that will put them like that, so that they're in a blocking position. And then we'll get one of them to come in there, which hopefully will block shots coming in to hit my pair.
All right.
We've got no other crossing points down here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keeping these guys where they are.
Because you want to retain that higher rate of fire on them.
Yeah. The thing is, I think with a smaller force, you need to make the shots count.
Yep.
Just because you've got better armour, you still need to pump the shots down.
Yep.
So 14 for these guys is going to put them over here. So that's the formation commander. Hopefully we're not making a mistake. And then these guys are going to sit where they are.
Yep.
Okay, Cobras.
Thinking of bugging out of here?
No, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be good to go where they are.
All right.
So let's see what happens now. Let's see how good the IDF's targeting is.
Right.
Right. So we'll work from left to right. We're going to fire Yav's Macavia. So I've got 2 shots for each vehicle. And I'm just going to pump the rounds into these front tanks.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so they've not moved. I've got 2 shots each. What's your range? Well, I think that's going to be over 16 inches.
I think it was, because I was firing over 16.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay, so let's go for it. 2 shots each, and I'm targeting the front vehicle.
Yep.
That looks like the platoon commander. No, it's not. Is it the platoon commander?
I haven't actually painted anything on them to say.
And they've all got heads sticking out of the turret. Okay, so we're going to go. Well, I'm targeting the lead vehicle.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm hitting you on, what was it, 4s?
I am a 3+ to hit, so it's a 4s because of the range.
Yeah.
So it's a good round of shooting.
That is good.
So from there, your anti-tank is?
My anti-tank rating is 19.
Okay, to my front armor 16. So
3+ is a glance.
Yep. So that's 4 hits, you said?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll lap them round. I don't think I've got anything. So it's going to be, because I can't see the vehicle at the back.
Yeah.
But I can hit the guy at the rear.
Okay, so you can hit this guy.
We'll pop a shot, 1 round on each one.
All right.
So 3+, and it's a glance.
3 to glance, 4 to be safe.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to say it. You're waiting for me to say the word that begins with U. Unglaublich. If anyone knows what unbelievable is in Hebrew, let me know. But that's John. That's not good.
No.
Okay.
It's amazing how cocky you can feel when you know you outnumber your opponent, and then you suddenly realise, oh, they really do shoot better than I do.
I must admit, I rocked up. I opened the figure case and I saw John's stuff laid out in the other room, and I thought, I've made a mistake here. But I don't know. I'm not.
I don't think you have.
I don't want to be smug, but okay. So have you got a seat? You need to sit down, John. Do you know what my anti-tank rating is? Sorry, what my firepower is.
I bet it's 3.
2+.
You're joking.
Actually, put that on the close cam.
You're joking. What? Why? Why is this a 2+? Why is this what it is?
Phil Yates, thank you. Unless it was Wayne, but whoever gave that a 2+.
See, if it was Phil, I have a feeling he planned this.
Because of that tanks let's play.
He dislikes me because of how long it took us to play tanks.
Because you broke tanks when you first played it. You broke his game.
Oh my word.
Look at that. We need to cue the music from Entebbe for this.
Oh dear. Right.
So, mate, that's 4. But because I can only see 3 of them, yeah.
Swine. So,
whoops.
Yeah. So that's 3 tanks destroyed.
Yeah.
You're good at taking out half a platoon at a time here.
Well, that was Sergeant Yav and his shooting.
My word.
We haven't seen what Sergeant Johnson does next.
I don't want to at this rate.
Ooh.
I'll just throw the turrets all over the place. So it was that one, and you said the one right at the back?
Yeah.
Which
because that's the only one, technically, that I can see from...
Yeah.
I mean, I can see...
a bit of this
A bit of that one, but...
you could get around through
It's up to you. I mean, we could dice it or...
No, it's fine. We'll just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
And for the sake of it, I'm going to say that the tank at the back of the formation is the platoon lead.
Okay, so I won't make you take that one off as well then. Ooh, okay, so at this point, the platoon lead, you can now swap to another vehicle.
Do I have to roll for that though?
Yeah, it's a 3+.
3+?
Yeah.
All right. So do a 3+ to see if he's... No.
He's dead. Okay.
He's dead. Oh no.
Which means now you'll have to bring the formation commander over to get appoint another commander. Okay.
Yep.
Next, we're going to let loose with the chaparral.
Uh-huh.
I mean, again, interestingly, halted rate of fire 2, moving 0, obviously because they're guided weapons.
Yep.
So I'm going to fire at the hinds.
Fire away over here.
So I've got 6 shots because you blew one of them up.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I think you're a 4+, aren't you?
No, I'm hit on a 3.
Hit on a 3, so that's going to be a 4 because these are guided.
Yep. Oh,
that's
4 hits.
That's 4 hits. It's always going to be +1 no matter what the range. They don't get +1. A guided weapon doesn't get +1 because of the range, but the target always counts as concealed because the guidance.
The guy is trying to.
Yeah, what they call the
steer
man
it.
in the loop has
Yeah.
to guide it on.
Okay. That's 4 hits on 3 targets.
Yeah, so that's your heli save of 5+.
Aircraft saves 4+ for me.
Oh, of course, yeah, because they're crocodile.
They're flying T-55s,
Yeah.
as Cass rightfully put on a thing that she wrote about some stuff. So 4 hits.
So instead of, if you had a pilot's license, instead of buying a T-55, would you not build a Hind?
No,
Buy a Hind, why?
I don't like flying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to be up in the air when I could be in a big armoured box feeling slightly safer.
I fall asleep every time I get on a plane.
I can't.
In fact, yesterday, fell asleep before we'd even push back on the tarmac.
I can't, and I'm going to admit it to everyone right now. I sit in a plane on takeoff and landing with a stress ball. I sit like that with a stress ball until the aircraft's up and level above the clouds. I'm so bad.
I've got a mate who's an ex-para who's flown hundreds of times and only landed in planes 4 times. Honestly, MH, if you watch.
Fair enough.
Unbelievable.
Right, aircraft save, 4 of them to make at
Yep.
4+. 2.
Ooh.
2 went through. Not so.
That's 2 off. So that would be a last stand test.
Firepower.
Oh, yes. Sorry, firepower.
need to
So
roll
2
your
went
firepower.
through.
Yep, so what is your firepower on
My firepower on the Chaparral is 3+.
Okie dokie.
You were thinking it was going to be a 2, but what, I jinxed it. So that's 1 down.
So no last stand for me. Then.
No, because you've got 2.
So for the sake of argument, I'm just going to take the closest one to you off.
Okay.
So that one is now gone and become a flaming pile of wreckage somewhere.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll put the flaming pile of
Rats,
wreckage
that did not work, did it?
down as a marker, just for the sake of it.
Which kind of changes what I was going to do with the Vipers, but not a problem. Okay, next we're going to go for, let's do Sergeant Johnson with the pairs.
And where do they want to?
I'm going to target the platoon that's coming in over the river.
So this one coming over the
Yeah,
cross?
please. So these are 1 shot each, and again, they're guided. If they move, you can't fire.
Yeah.
It's not an actual gun, it's a force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the T-72s usually hit on 3, so it'll be 4s.
force, yeah. The other good thing is that you don't need to see the target. You can fire it, even if the target's concealed behind something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hitting on what was it, a 4+?
4s, yep.
Yep. Okay,
2 hits.
2 hits.
Not bad. Your anti-tank rating of?
Where are we? The pair. Anti-tank is 21.
21 to... I assume you're hitting front armour with this? Or are you hitting top?
I would say that's front armour.
Okay. So front is 16.
Okay.
So I would require...
Although actually, let's have a look. So we've hit, if I pick that one there
Yeah.
and that one there, so that will be 1 front hit, 1 side hit.
Okay. So we can, so we'll roll them separately.
Okay. So if we do the front hit first,
Yep.
because I'm still in a line behind forward of the front of the vehicle.
Yep.
Okay.
So my front armor 16 against the anti-tank rating. So what am I going to need here?
So you're 16.
You're
5+ is gonna glance.
Yep. So it's 6 to be safe.
Yeah, you're 16. Yeah. So 5+ and it's glanced. 6+ you're okay. Oops. So let's do a firepower test.
So that went through.
So he's bailed.
It's okay. So that one's bailed.
Blast. I'm not
so
using
this
that
front
dice again.
one will turn the turret to the rear.
Okay, now your armour. You've got some BDD armour, haven't you?
Oh yeah, BDD. Yep.
Okay, so if you've got BDD armour,
Uh-huh.
that counts. So against heat, it will give you a side armour of 16.
All right. Okay.
So you've got to take your save. So it's 16 for 21 again. So 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s again.
Yeah. So that's failed.
Firepower me.
I know what you're going to say.
Firepower me.
Oops.
Throw
Let's try another one.
Yep. Try that again.
Got it.
That one went through.
That one went right through.
So that is a pop.
Best job I ever had.
I know.
So he's down.
He's down and out. Which gives me a big problem over here. The terrain and my current deployment is not working in my favour at all.
I've just realised.
And these three of the platoon are now stuck unless the BMPs do something to get out of the way.
That was the plan. Actually, was the plan to try and block that crossing point, which means you've only got the other crossing point there. Okay, so that's the pairs fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these Macavia.
Yep.
Yep, they're going to fire at...
I would assume this platoon here.
Do you know what? I can hit with this one, with Sergeant Shiraz, I can hit that BMP there.
Oh.
And these two...
Crap.
Crapola!
I'm being out-tanked again. This is not fair.
Interestingly, let's try the platoon sergeant. Sergeant Shiraz. Let's see what happens here. So... They've moved.
Yep.
It's only one dice.
Yep.
But +1 for stabilisers.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see what we've got. That's a 5.
That's a 5. You're firing at the BMP, yeah?
Yeah. Now, although you're over 16...
Yep.
That's a hit, I think.
Yeah, because they're hit usually on a 3.
Whoops. So, yeah, so that's a hit. What's your front armour, just out of interest?
It's 2.
No way.
It's 2 on the BMP. It's 2.
So there's no, you can't save it.
They're an aluminium box of men and rubbish.
Yeah, with fuel cans in the back doors
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no, you can't even. There's no point in. So I just dice now. Firepower test to see what happens. So 3+.
Yeah.
Let's just double check.
No, it's a
2+.
It's a 2. Go on. Go on. Yeah.
That was like, but that's a kill.
That is a kill, and that now effectively seals off this crossing point. So, oh man,
that's not good.
That is not good at all for me.
That's an interesting development, though.
I cannot afford to have this BMP blow up now.
You just made a pun then. A crossing point, a ford. Sorry, shall I get my coat?
Yeah, you should get your coat.
Check, please.
Yeah, this is...
That's not good at all.
No.
But how many vehicles have you got on that platoon? Oh, there's 3 still. Ignoring the bailed.
Yeah, ignoring the bailed, there's still
cool.
3 active.
Okay, so there's no...
The BMP scout platoon, though, is now down to its last vehicle, because there's only 2 in
so
the
he'll
unit.
be taking a test.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last 2 vehicles from Shiraz's platoon, they're 1 shot each.
And they're going to go on to these.
Targeting this one. This one's in the open.
Yep.
Okay,
fine.
so that means that I'm not getting concealed. I've got, I think that's over 16. Oh dear. No, so that's a straight +1 for moving.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Go for it.
One hit.
1 hit, yep.
Yeah, okay, so I'm anti-tank 21.
Anti-tank 21 to front armour 16.
Oh no, I'm anti-tank 19, sorry.
19 to 16.
Yeah.
So it's 5s and 6s again,
yeah.
Isn't it? Yep.
Ooh! Firepower.
Go on.
That's, yeah, because that's a 2+ firepower.
Yeah.
So that's that one lit up.
So it was this one we were targeting.
Yeah.
And pop. Damn. These things are...
Is that the commander?
I will say he is, just
okay,
because...
did you not want to try and move that over for a mistaken target?
Do you know I should have?
I wasn't sure. Yeah, do it. I mean, I wasn't sure whether you'd forgotten or what.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
Mistaken is a 3+.
3+. I'll move it on to the one next to it.
I actually do.
Yeah, there you go.
So, this one blew up instead.
Yeah, so that's that one. I just thought it was a little bit, fair. Because you've not done them for a while. I couldn't remember whether you remembered or not.
Right, this is not going well for the Syrians.
It's not at all, is it?
Kind of. It kind of feels right that they're not doing so well.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
I don't want to jinx anything, but I've lost a chaparral. Finally, a bit of firing.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop up with those 2 Vipers and have a hose down of those hinds.
All right.
With Vulcans.
Okay. So the hinds are hit on a 3.
Okay. Okay, so no, I've not moved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 6, that's a 6. 6 shots.
Right. This is not going to end well.
Although, technically, if you're popping up, that's going to be moving, but...
Well, they're popping up with the intention of firing, so it's not a...
So that's 6 dice.
Go on. So we're hit on a 3. You've missed 4.
Oh, only 4?
Only 4.
Right, okay, John. So that's... Oh, man. 2, 3, 4. So that's 7 helicopter saves.
7, 3, 6, 7. Rule of averages says these 2 hinds are going down, but we'll see.
But we're on camera, so
we're on camera.
Anything could happen.
So it will definitely die. 4 pluses. Yep. So you have 4 firepower tests to perform.
Yep.
I have 3 saves overall, so...
Okay. 4 firepower tests, and those, I think there's 5s, the Gatlings. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What? Okay. However, you're fine.
Took a few holes in the fuselage. Flying tanks for the win.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
Do you have any other shooting you wish to do?
No, that's it.
Anything else you wish to kill?
No, I think that's it, dude.
Right. So that was turn 2. That was a bloody turn 2. And we'll be right back for turn 3.
Yeah.
Beginning of turn 3.
What can I say?
My side of the table seems to really like fire.
Yeah.
It likes it so much that it seems to be just bursting into flames. So
there's a lot of barbecuing going on.
There is a lot of barbecuing going on, and it doesn't smell very nice. So we have a few tests to do on the Syrian side right now. So I've got a bale check to do for...
I think you've got... Is it 1 or 2 bales?
I've got 1 here, which is baled.
Yeah.
The other guy that was
the other guy that was
died.
Yeah, he was vaporised.
So yeah, he blew up. So we have 1 bale check or remount to do.
Remembering on the card that you may have a different remount than a courage.
Yeah.
Most of it, guys, is on the card. That would usually be due to their protected ammunition or something.
Yep. So, for example, in this case, the T-72 is a courage 4+, but it's a remount of 3+.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and get back in at 3. Oh,
and you've done it.
Goodness for that.
That's why you always take you do a remount and then do your test, because if you don't count the bailed out.
Yep. Now we have a last man test for the BMP-2 Scout that's up here.
Yeah.
This one here, whose friend is currently sizzling away. So for that is a skill roll, do you think?
What's that? What is it, to remount him?
No, to keep him there, because
that's going to be his last man.
Okay.
Last man standing. That'll be a courage test.
Courage, so courage of 4+. Gets a little bit more difficult when you start looking at courage. So
yeah.
4+. Yes, just gets it and no more.
Sometimes again you'll have an extra stat line for either counter-attacking or remounting. Yep. It'll be slightly different. It just gives a little bit more depth, because some troops might get back into the fight quicker, but they might break quicker.
Yep. So I currently have a bit of a problem over on this side of over here on the road, because I've basically identified this guy as the platoon lead.
Yeah.
And he's dead. And wasn't able to get into another vehicle, so they are currently completely lacking in leadership.
But there's a way around it. You can then drive your
formation commander
over.
Yep.
And then he can appoint another vehicle as a...
So long as he's within 6 inches?
Yeah, he's got to be in close.
Yep. Now here's the problem.
He'll come over and basically shout at them.
Yep. The problem is, even with his tactical move of being 14 inches, he does not have the movement to get close enough.
No. I mean, it just means that you can't give them any movement orders.
Yeah. So
they'll just do standard tactical or dashing.
yeah.
You can't do any follow me or blitz moving or...
Yeah. So I am going to have to use my formation commander to get round there as quick as he can.
Yeah.
Which gets him to not very far at all, to be honest. But he needs to be there. So that's where he is now going. So formation commander is going to move to there. These guys, because they have no leadership but can enact basic movements.
Yeah.
We're going to have to try and do something. I'm going to move this turret out of the way because it's in my way. Because that's what we can do.
Yeah. Just drive over the top of it.
So tactical. I have a feeling these guys are going to follow the last order they were given.
Yeah.
Which is relatively suicidal. And they're gonna do what they were taught to do by the Soviets, and that is fan out into line and start trying to get some shots on you. So we're finally going to be laying some messes in. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if that works. These BMP2s really need to move up as well now because they need to support the rest of the force at this stage. So, shall I keep them at tactical or shall I cross-country dash them? They're not on a road because we're not designating this road being good enough to be a road.
Yeah.
It's basically a dirt track.
Yeah.
If they do a cross-country, they have to stay pointing in the same direction that they started their move in.
Yeah, if any kind of dash.
Yep. So we're just going to have to tactical, I think, which is a bit of a shame. But they do have a stabilizer, which means they can go 14.
Yeah.
So, or, nah, it's not worth it. I was going to try and bring them back and fire at your Vipers, but because their cannon is anti-helicopter.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor decisions. So 14 inches for these guys too. So this is me now trying to fight for one of my win conditions.
To party.
Yeah, my right to party. With my win conditions being what they are.
Win conditions.
This BMP2 over here is okay. So
he's done. Yeah, he did his last man standing, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So I'm going to get him to do a tactical move as well, because at the minute he's causing a traffic jam, and he's going to move over, right over here, and join his two friends. No, he's going to bunch closer than that, but you know, he's okay. This may now free up the remnants of this platoon. To be fair, they've only lost one tank, so I mean that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I do need to get a bit more aggressive with you. So, I think we could... Yeah, I think we can do that. So, 14 inches. Oh, actually, hang on. 14 would bring it... Yep. 14 is going to bring you to there. And we're going to swing out like that. And then this guy's going to follow up to there. Kind of just squeezing as much as I can right now.
Yeah.
Another 14 will bring you to there. It's going to get a bit mishmashy up here.
That's like a car park.
It is looking like a car park, isn't it? And then this last guy is just going to have to follow up.
Yeah.
Stay there. Right. Is that all the movement I wish to do? Heinz could do something, but I don't really care. They're going to keep the Vipers busy. In fact, they're going to keep the Vipers busy. They're going to keep the Vipers more busy by doing that. No, they're not. They need to stay outside of 8.
I was about.
You
I
were
thought,
waiting
shall I-
for me to
shall
do
I-
it again, weren't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going to reposition to here.
Yeah.
It's going to take him off camera shot. Let's not do that. So here and here, which gives them both good line of sight. I know they kind of had good line of sight already, but one was going to be concealed
Yeah.
to them, so I didn't want that to happen again. I have a feeling this is going to be the last turn of the game.
You think so?
Yes, because I've lined myself up so nicely for you that you don't even need to move, even if I do kill stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up yet because that's an awful lot of shots that you've just lined up.
But you still hold the firepower advantage.
Yeah.
I hate doing this because I sound like Justin now. I'm rolling the numbers in my head and I'm going, right, 3 shots to 3 tanks, bound to miss with 1 or 2 of those. I'm bound to, you're going to have something left at the end of my shooting anyway.
Yeah.
Unless I can really bunch up on something, which I have been so far unable to do. I didn't fan out quick enough. I didn't give you that sort of Soviet-esque line of tanks to have a go at.
Because you still came down that track in tactical march formation.
Yep.
Instead of being in a gun line.
Yeah, I should have. As soon as I got across the ford, I should have become a line and started moving up, at least with 3 in the lead rather than 2 or 1. So, poor formation.
Although you've realised, I kept the distance, but you've now closed so that I'm not getting that +1 for the range for the ammunition.
Yeah.
Because that is still important. Getting that any extra pip on a dice that you can get.
Yeah.
Is going to help.
Right. So we're going to have to start shooting then.
Yeah.
I think over here, you don't really have line of sight to that group.
I mean, usually, although the barrels are usually it's an inch between.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that you, and you. So everybody here except this guy.
Yeah.
Can fire at these 3.
Can he see the?
Yeah, I think he can see this.
Yeah, because he'd have a better target at this one.
He would, yeah. In fact, yeah, we're going to change that. So this guy and this guy are going for the formation commander.
Yeah.
Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks firing on the other platoon of 3.
Okay.
So let's do the formation commander rolls first.
Yeah, cool. So you've moved.
These 2 tanks didn't move because they were part of the.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So you get 2 shots.
No. On T-72, I don't think they do. Nope. Moving and halted rate of fire is 1.
Really?
Because it's a slow carousel for the autoloader.
Of course, yes. It's a lot. Yeah, it's not. I kept thinking 64s, which yeah.
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 So it's 2 shots regardless. However, I have realised that I am firepower 2+ as well.
Cool.
Which is good, but it hasn't mattered so far.
You've got to get through the armour first.
Still have to get through the friggin' armour first.
Yeah.
So 2 shots.
It's like going into a bar with a pocket full of money, but if your name's not down, you're not coming
anywhere.
in.
So you're hit normally on a 4?
Yeah, hit on a 4+.
Hitting a 4s. Because of the short cover, it's 5s?
Yeah, because you're not... Yes, so that will give you a +1.
Yep.
However, you're within range, aren't you? You're within 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. 2 shots, looking at 5s then.
Yep.
1 hit.
1 hit. Okay, so I'm guessing you're targeting the formation commander.
Yes, that's right.
So on a 3+, I'm going to transfer it onto the other tank.
Which you do.
And I do. Okay, so now I need to take an armour test. So what's your anti-tank?
My anti-tank is 22.
22. So my front armour is 19.
Mm-hmm.
So 3+ is a glance. Yep.
Glanced.
That's a glance. So you're a firepower to either bail or destroy me.
Right. I could only have rolled a 1, to be honest, guys. But
I'm not happy.
I'm sorry. I've finally killed a Merkava.
That's gone.
Yep.
That's gone.
It's bad that near the end of this battle, I've only just scored my first tank kill.
Yeah.
This feels like our first Russian game again.
It does, doesn't it? It does. It does. Man, that was unlucky.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Other shooting then. So these 3
Yeah.
have line of sight to
I
this
hope
platoon.
this isn't setting a precedent.
I hope it is. No, these.
So I'm guessing you're targeting the centre one.
Yeah, we'll target the centre of the 3.
Okay.
The tanks have moved, but they're within range, and there's no concealment this time.
No.
So I'm still hitting you on 5s,
Yeah.
just to guarantee that. Just
Yeah.
to say that. So 5s,
Yeah.
3 shots. Nope.
That was lucky.
Entirely missed. Russian guns are not my friend.
They're not good.
No. And then the last 3,
Yeah.
which are over here, they're going to be firing straight at the platoon in front of them.
Yeah.
They've moved within range. Let's double check that. 16, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all in.
So you don't get the +1.
No, so we're targeting the middle one.
But remember, you get the +1 because you've moved with
you've moved.
stabilizers.
Yep, that's right. So let's try it. 5s,
Yeah.
2 hits.
2 hits. Which one are you targeting?
We were targeting the middle.
Yeah.
So we were targeting this fella here.
Okay. So on a 3+, I'm transferring onto that one.
Which you do.
And I do. And on a 3+, I'm transferring onto that one.
Yep.
No.
You don't.
So that stays on Sergeant Yarv's tank. So we'll go for the other tank first.
Right.
Okay, so 3+ is a glance.
Yep.
4+, I'm safe.
Yep.
And then the centre one. Oops. Okay, so he's safe as well.
Not a problem.
That's not a problem.
Well, it is a problem for me, but
Yeah. Okay, what else are you firing? Oh, you've got your...
got my Hinds to
Yeah.
do. So the Hinds are firing their Gatlings again.
Yeah. +1 because they've moved.
Yep. But they are anti-helicopter at least.
Yeah.
So 3 shots apiece. So 6 shots, hitting you on...
Okay, the Viper is hit on a 4.
So moves to a 5 for the move.
Yeah.
Ooh. That is
How many?
3 good hits.
Okay.
So 3 aircraft saves.
Of 5+.
Uh-huh. How do you do that?
I don't know.
Great. I have nothing else that's... I have stuff that can fire, but stuff that isn't really going to
Yeah.
affect anything, because the only thing left that can fire is the BMP-2s. And the BMP-2s have an anti-tank of 10.
But those Spigot, I think, isn't it?
Spandrel?
Spandrels. Those are guided, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got a feeling I don't think they can fire if they move.
No, they can't.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the problem. So that is my turn 3 complete.
Yeah.
It's over to you and see if you can finish me off now.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Right. So I've got nothing bailed. No formations that are in bad spirits.
I would suggest you stay still and just lay into everything again.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
to see.
I had thought of manoeuvring stuff, but that's before you'd moved up.
Yeah, I've presented you everything.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of those 2 crocodiles.
Uh-huh.
So I've got 6 shots with the chaparral.
This is going to hurt again.
Actually, before I fire, I just remembered.
Huh?
I just remembered something. Actually, the Cobras. Why am I going to leave them sat there with you firing at the flanks?
Yes, you want to move those now.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is, if you wouldn't mind passing them over, please.
Oh.
what I'm going to do is fly them over here.
That one came off.
They've kind of swapped position.
They have a little bit.
It's like musical chairs. So these are going to pop over here like that. And again, I'm going to do a pop-up attack on the sides of these.
The T-72s.
The T-72s.
I doubt they're going to be there much longer.
In fact, what's that Gatling?
Minimum range of 8, which you'll be definitely.
Yeah, and it's anti-tank 6. Which your side armour, because it's not using heat rounds. So what's the side armour of your T-72s?
8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's not really going to have much effect anyway.
I hate to suggest, but you've been kind to me so far. Shoot the BMPs.
Good point.
Because they're
well brought out.
Their front side armour is 2.
Yeah. Do you know what? Thanks.
You'll chew those to bits.
Yeah, let's we'll do that. I think we'll have a pop at the
Now remember
BMPs.
that it's 2. There's 2 platoons there.
Yeah.
So these 2 are together, and this one's separate.
I mean, I'll target separately. Just go for a platoon.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Let's do the M48s.
All right. And what are they going to shoot at?
So they're firing at the Hinds.
Okay, so... Yep.
Because they can only target aircraft.
Yep. 6 shots then?
6 shots. Okay.
I'm hit on all that. I'm hit on a 3.
So that's gone. So that's 5 hits.
5 hits. Okay.
5 hits. But you saved every time I fired at them.
See what he's doing, guys? You see what he's doing? Right, aircraft save of 4+. Well, 2 got through, 3 saves.
Yeah.
So you have 2 firepower tests here. I will assume it's going to be 1 on each helicopter at this point.
And the firepower of the Chaparral is 3+.
Yep. Go for it.
At last! At last, I got them.
Oh.
So that's the 2 Hinds gone. So let's get you... Hans,
Fair
fetch
enough.
the Flammenwerfer.
Fair enough. Do you know what? They did okay. They kept your Vipers busy a couple.
Well, they did. The thing is, the whole way through, they stopped the Vipers from acting in an anti-tank role because of the threat.
Yep.
Which meant that because the Chaparrals, if they'd have done their job, would have been able to. I mean, we can do this in a post-mortem video, but had the Chaparrals done their job, it would have freed the Vipers up.
Yeah.
Which is why this game is very much combined arms. I mean, if we were playing with objectives where you then need infantry, everything needs something to protect it from something else.
Yeah.
But also, it allows you to hit something else, to free something else up. So it's kind of if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You need stuff to help everything else in the line. And they did, I think, how many points are they?
The Hinds?
About 8 points or something?
4 Hinds is 10 points.
That, for 10 points, considering we're playing 100 points, I think they did their job.
Yeah. Right.
Right, so the next...
some more stuff then.
Yeah, the next thing we're going to fire is Sergeant Johnson with his Perret. There we go. Oh, that's 3 shots.
Yep. And what do you fancy?
Do you know what? I'm going to fire at the formation commander.
Really?
From here.
This poor sod right back here who's just...
He's about to get some.
He's about to get a lot of hurt.
Seriously get some. Yep. Okay. Let's just double check the range. The pair 64 inches. He's well in range, but he's going to be concealed.
Yeah.
Because it's a guided weapon.
All right.
Right, what do you hit on?
Usually hit on a 3, so hitting on 4s, which means you've just scored 2 hits on my formation commander.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
side armor.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh, of course.
Right side on.
Well, actually, his turret's facing me. So, shot number 1. Actually, let's try it. So, 1 to 3 is side armor for
Hull.
the vehicle.
Yep.
4, 5, and 6 is turret,
It's turret. Okay.
which will be front armor.
Both front armor.
Both front armor.
It's the one time your good rolls punish you.
I know.
So 2 saves on my front armor of 16 versus your anti-tank of
My anti-tank is the Tamus 21.
21. So this is
Fives
fives and sixes.
is the glancing. 5's to glance, 6 for safety.
Oh dear.
A 4 and a 3.
They have both gone through.
That's him popped. Would you?
Are you sure you don't need a firepower test for that?
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
Just making sure.
Well brought out. Firepower test. That was 2 went through, wasn't it?
3 plus, is it?
3 plus.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
You have just decapitated my army, sir.
Do you want it, sir? Do you want it? Ooh, suits you.
Yeah, all right.
Man, that's That was quite impressive.
That's now the formation commander dead, which I assume is going to be a ripple effect across the entire army.
I'm hoping because now if these formations go, because with tank formations it's 2 vehicles. Once you get down below 2,
You only
get a bit wobbly.
need. So the current situation for me is this platoon that was 6. Sorry, was 6 is down to 2. This platoon over here, which was 5, has 4.
Yeah,
This platoon over here, which was 6, has 3.
yeah.
You've lost your friend. Hinds are gone. It is very shaky.
It is.
It is very shaky. And currently the Israelis have lost 1 tank and
Yeah.
1 anti-aircraft.
Well,
and
one anti-aircraft vehicle.
no helicopters yet. And you haven't even fired your helicopters yet.
Let's do the let's
Go on, kill the BMPs.
let's
then.
do the helis first. So right, the Viper
Yeah, yep.
is Gatling.
Gatlings onto the BMPs.
Ooh, minimum range 8, maximum 20 centimeters. So moving 3 shots apiece
3 shots, okay. Into the 2 BMPs.
into the 2 together.
Yep, okay. They are hit on 3.
3. Oh dear. And that, to be honest, I think it's going to carry over onto the next platoon because he's within. Oh man, that's
So what we think then is that these hits can now carry over because this
Within
guy
6
joined,
inches.
drove up to him,
Yeah,
to these 2, which makes him within 6 inches of them, and because they're the same unit
same
type,
same unit type.
the hits carry across.
Yeah,
So
same target type.
I lined myself up for this.
Yeah,
So how many hits did you score?
and remember we've got the problem with the unit commander now,
Yeah.
formation commander.
Yeah. Well, who's now dead?
If you have to take a formation test, you're going to automatically fail it.
Yep. And the condition of that is because there's 1 platoon over this side, which is okay.
Yeah,
But if these 3 up here lose 1 more, I'm in trouble.
yeah.
Very much in trouble if one of these tanks goes down this turn, which...
Because as long as you've got 2 tanks or 3 infantry in a unit,
Yep.
you're fine. But once you get, supposing that gets killed,
Yep.
if that one's bailed, because the bailed doesn't count as a plus or a minus, you ignore bailed.
Yep.
If you lose one and then the other one's bailed, he's got to take a last man test, and if he failed, that's when you have to take the formation test. And
Yep.
with no formation commander,
It's out. So
it's out.
let's
So let's
resolve
do the
BMP.
saves on here.
Yep. So how many hits did you
That
roll?
was 5 hits.
5 hits. What's your anti-tank rating?
Okay,
on the Gatling?
the Gatlings are anti-tank 6.
Ooh.
So you need a 4, I think. Is that side armor 2?
Side armor 2.
Yeah.
So a 4.
Yeah, and there's no ammunition or armor type affecting the roll. It's just a straight.
Yep. 1 save.
Yeah. But 3 have gone through.
4 have gone through.
So it's 4 firepower tests.
4 firepower tests.
And my firepower on the Viper, on the
Yep.
Gatling, is a 5+.
All right. Go on then.
How did that? Do you know? Honestly, as I rolled them, I thought there's no way that you're gonna pass those firepower tests. It's not gonna happen.
So spreading that damage out equally means all 3 BMPs are destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Give me more fire. Give me more fire markers, because
That table is looking a bit of a mess now.
this is practically over. So,
Not good.
oh lordy, right.
Okay, so that was the only things I've got to fire now are the Macavia.
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
so
you have 2 platoons of them to fire, plus your formation commander.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, pick one and go.
let's do right. We'll get that platoon. Sergeant Yav is going to open fire.
6 shots.
6 shots.
You're within range. No movement.
No,
No problem. Hitting on 3s.
hitting on 3s. So I'm going to target the centre one.
Yep. Well,
Okay, so those have missed.
you got 2
missed.
hits.
That's 2 hits.
Which could be enough.
Yeah.
My front armor is 16.
Anti-tank was 19.
It's 19, so it's
3 plus
3 to glance.
to
4
glance.
to be safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm safe. Haha.
You just saved them.
Yeah.
That is not fair.
Jammy.
Okay, so yep, Colonel Kim. Let's go for these. They're obscured because behind cover.
Yep, but remember, there's only 2 of them in that formation, or 2 of them in that platoon. So if you drop
If one
another,
of them goes,
you drop another. It's
yeah,
problematic.
they're within 16 inches.
Yep.
So that's just going to be a straight +1.
Okay.
So I'm hitting you on a 4s.
And you hit.
Yep.
So it's a 4 and a 4 up.
It's 3 again, isn't it?
3 again, yeah.
3. Yeah. So 3 to glance because I'm anti-tank 9. And you're
16 front.
16 front. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 3 up.
Yep.
Field. Roll a 1.
Ooh.
Straight to firepower, my friend. Blow it up, and you do.
Now that's a problem. Even if that had bailed,
Yeah.
there's only one other tank in that platoon, isn't there?
There is. Yep.
Right. So that now is possibly combat non-effective,
Yep.
potentially. Okay. So the other 3 are firing. Sergeant Shiraz, let's go for it.
Are you going to put all 3 onto this platoon as well?
Yeah, I'm going to fire onto the.
All onto that last tank?
No. Do you know what? I'm going to go on to the other platoon. How many have you got in the other platoon? 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Do you know what? Let's go for the other. I'm going to target the other platoon.
All right.
Because potentially this one now is going to have to. See, this is where your targeting comes in.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to take a last man test anyway every turn.
Yep.
And with no formation commander. Ooh.
So you're hitting on 3s because there's no concealment here.
Yeah.
So
4 hits.
4 hits. All right. 4. So these are all 3 ups again. So
Yep.
3 to glance, 4 to save.
Yeah.
2 went through, 2 saved.
Okay. So that's 2 firepower
2
tests
firepower tests.
of 2+.
1.
One's gone.
Yep. So another tank goes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this.
Man.
These things are dropping like flies.
That's a development, is it not?
That's your shooting complete.
That's all of my shooting.
Right.
So that's end of turn 3, isn't
That's
it?
end of turn 3. So what we'll do now is, because we've ran long enough, let's see what happens. We'll immediately jump to our beginning of turn 4, which isn't really going to go anywhere, I don't think.
Yeah.
So we have a dead formation commander.
Yeah.
We have 2 platoons, 3 platoons still active, but one needs
One
a last
has to
man
remount.
chest. Yeah. Well, it's not build, he's a last man standing.
Oh, sorry, yeah, last man standing.
So that would be on a courage roll?
Unless it says remount.
Well, a remount is 3+.
Yeah, so because you might have courage 4,
Yeah.
but the remount might be 3 because the vehicle's a good vehicle. So if it actually says remount, like here, there we go, look. With pair, you've got courage 3,
Yep.
morale 3,
Yep.
and then remount 3 because they're.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yep. So take your best roll, a 3 then.
Yeah.
Try a 3. Likes it.
Okay, so he's not going anywhere.
Yep. I cannot complete my objective.
No.
Not a hope because...
You've got a leaderless platoon over here.
Yes. A dead formation commander.
Yeah.
A tank on his own and 3 tanks left of a platoon.
Yeah.
So, as you can tell, this became a horrendous mess in the middle.
And the road to Svatava and Sefa is still blocked.
Yep.
With an intact formation still, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I'm going to say, good game. The Syrians are going to run away today.
Yeah, what a good game.
Got my ass well and truly handed to me, but very enjoyable because it was nice to see what Merkavaz could do on the table, and apparently they can do.
But I
well.
think with a different table with manoeuvre with those T-72s, especially if they got round I think the trick with the T-72 is to swamp one particular, because you attacked on a fairly broad front.
Yeah.
But I think if you hit en masse in the flank, because my Macavia side armour is 7.
Yeah. It's nothing.
So if you're within 16 inches in the flank.
Yeah.
But
it's down to the narrative of the table that we wanted to put together.
Yeah, sure.
And it demonstrates the IDF's capability.
Definitely.
When they're on the defensive and they know where they are. That's the important thing.
I mean, the aim of this was to demonstrate that for the people that have been playing Fate of a Nation, whose friends have been playing Team Yankee and vice versa, you can now play those two factions together. Mm-hmm. You can use it because it's the same models. It's just the cards are different, the stats.
Yeah.
But it kind of, I think anyone that's been playing, especially if there's anyone that's been playing like West Germans or Free Nations with Leopard 2.
Yeah.
That is the new Leopard 2, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Anyway, I think that will do for this game.
Yeah, but I think man of the match were your Heinz.
Yeah, they hung around a lot longer than I thought they would.
They changed the whole of my plan right from turn 1.
They certainly did. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Freddy kicked my ass again.
No.
There's going to have to be another grudge match at some point in the future. You guys know that will be coming eventually, and I hate being out-tanked, so it's about time I got myself some IDF, maybe, and threw them back at you just to see what happens.
Maybe we'll switch sides next time. Maybe. Same armies, but switch sides would be quite... I mean, guys, if you've got any other ideas of stuff that you want to see us doing...
drop it into the comments, guys.
Yeah, drop it into the comments box.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, hope you enjoyed it. Put your comments down below, and we will see you again very soon.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.